What's happening, guys, and welcome back to another Transformers review. For today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Leader Class Holiday Optimus Prime. Now, I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys, I hate some of these holiday-inspired repaints that Hasbro have been putting out for the last couple of years. I think they're incredibly tacky, so wasn't too impressed when this was announced, but this does have one major draw, and it's that this Optimus is a complete brand new mold, which I wasn't expecting at all, and it's a pretty sweet figure. Now, as we take a look here at the packaging, very Christmassy themed, you know, you've got a Christmas tree in the back, a snowman, really sweet image of what I believe is the Amazon Prime truck in the US, and that looks really sweet. As we come up here to the top, we do get a CGI render of what this Optimus should look like in bot mode, as well as the to and from if you wish to give this for a nice Christmas present. As we come around here to the back of the box, we get a pretty sweet CG render of this Holiday Prime, the Matrix of Leadership, and that truck and trailer mode with the trailer which can actually open. So looking really awesome. Let's crack this open and see whether or not Christmas has actually come early. And here we have Holiday Optimus Prime as he comes packaged in both the truck and the trailer mode, and this is a really sweet figure, especially when we get stuck into the transformation. Now, just taking a look at it here from a side perspective, despite me not being a massive fan of this Christmas deco, I do like how the snow appears to be kind of flaking over the top of the trailer. That's quite a nice attention to detail, and talking of the trailer, it is basically identical to the version that we saw with Earthrise Prime, although this time with a new color deco, and it does actually have this additional kind of trailer hitch piece, which you can detach if you wanted this to be compatible with the likes of the Earthrise or the Kingdom version, etc. We also do get this trailer kickstand, so we can still deploy that, and opening it reveals the exact same details that we saw previously, although you will notice a slight difference as far as the white goes. The centerpiece is a lot darker when in comparison to the outer two sections. Not too sure why they used a different type of plastic. Initially I thought it was yellowing and I was like, oh my goodness, but no, it is just a different shade of white plastic. So will it go yellow? I guess only time will tell, but that is basically the trailer in a nutshell, exactly the same as what we've more or less seen before. Now, getting stuck here into Holiday Optimus Prime, this is actually a really sick looking truck. I mean, this is an officially licensed Volvo truck, which I believe is an Amazon Prime truck for those of you in the US, and it looks to be massive, and the details are really awesome. As we actually take a closer look here at the front grille, we do get that Volvo logo and some nice Christmassy themed deco, such as the green windshield, the Happy Holidays slapped along the sun visor, and I'm not too sure whether it's because this is officially licensed, but from almost every single angle, this thing looks killer. I mean, there are no hollow gaps. The trailer hitch has got to be one of the best that we've seen for an Optimus in quite some time. I mean, check out the attention to detail. That is some impeccable sculpt work. Nice detailing here for the back of the truck. As we flip here to the underside, there we have Optimus's brand new faceplate, which actually looks really sick too. Overall, a very nicely done looking truck, and it can glide along the ground to give us that Christmas joy that we so much deserve. Now, here for a quick size comparison, we have Holiday Optimus Prime compared alongside the Earthrise Leader Class version, just to showcase how both of the cabs look when compared alongside one another. I was expecting Holiday Prime to be much bigger, but surprisingly not so much. It really is just kind of this front end of the truck, which ever so slightly protrudes, but overall, I mean, very sweet looking trucks. How awesome would it be to get this Holiday Optimus Prime in the traditional G1 Optimus Prime color deco? In my opinion, that would look fantastic, and there's a reason why they've packed so much detail into this guy. I definitely think we're either going to get an Amazon exclusive repaint of this to actually resemble the Amazon Prime truck, or maybe just a straight up Optimus Prime reissue. I think that would be pretty sweet, but there's that comparison. And just a few quick things to point out, we do actually get the Autobot logo with a Santa hat stacked on the top, which I thought was kind of cool, as well as this candy cane energon blaster. Now, this actually looks pretty sweet. As you guys can see, decent paintwork. In terms of storage, it is specifically designed to just stow away here on the underside, so you can have Prime blasting Megatron into oblivion, essentially destroying him with candy canes, I guess, or if you wanted to, you could pack it inside the trailer. It is completely up to you. Now, transformation here for Holiday Optimus. As I alluded to previously, I was very surprised to see just how much had been packed into this guy. So to kickstart things off, you're going to want to take this singular smokestack, just angle it here out to the side. We can then take what will become the chest piece of Prime, detach this section, and just hinge this down. We can then take the gas cans here, flip these sections out to the sides on both sides, come here to the underside of Optimus, take these sections here, angle those back just like this, and basically you're just going to want to split the entire front end here of the truck just like this. Now we're going to take the front grille piece, take this section here, hinge it forwards and then angle it here out to the side, and then take this black piece and hinge this section outwards, as this will actually allow us to fold out what will become the knee joint, and you're just going to want to leave it like that for now. Rinse and repeat the same process here for this side, so fold this section out, hinge this here out to the sides, flip this panel around, take this section here, fold this down as well, and we can actually begin to clean this up. As you guys can see, very complicated at the moment. We're going to want to take the foot, rotate this section here around, flip out the front toe as well as the heel spur. What we can then do is take this section, bring it in, and then basically the shin pad will collapse along the side on this double hinge joint. We can then take this, snap that over the top, bend here at the knee, and then the knee pad will come around, and this tiny little groove is going to slide into this little notch. So just click that in there, and that is one of Prime's legs pretty much good to go. Rinse and repeat the same here for this side, so flip this section here forwards, detach the heel spur just like that, bring this section here around, collapse it on this double hinge joint, fold up this section here, bend at the knee, take this grill piece and lock that there into place, and those are the legs good to go. We can then come around here to the back of Optimus, take the shoulders, hinge these out to the sides, and these will actually click into place on both sides, and we can then also proceed to rotate these sections here down and around. We can then come here to the front of Prime. You're then going to want to take these sections here, arch this back, and that will allow us to take kind of this pelvis plate and flip it forward until it clicks into place. We can then just hinge down the hips, take the abs of Prime and just clip them there nice and flush. You'll then want to take this chest piece, bring it forwards, as these sections are going to come around, and these tabs are actually going to snap into some slots that we have here. So give that there a good old squeeze. We're then going to want to take the trailer hitch, and then this section here will come forwards, I think, like that. Just push it through like that, and then what we can do is bring this here all in upon itself, and then just snap that into place just like so. We'll then want to take the head of Optimus, rotate this around, so of course the front is now facing forwards, and then for some finishing touches, bring these panels down, flip out the fists on both sides, and there we have the Holiday Optimus Prime fully transformed up into his robot mode. And I'm sure you guys will agree, quite a complex transformation, especially for a figure which at the moment is being marketed as kind of a Christmas novelty item, and undeniably one of the most unique versions of Optimus Prime that we've ever seen. So as we jump into the details, setting the colour scheme off to the side for now, a really cool look of Prime. I mean, it definitely does have some G1 attributes such as the chest, the head, and I mean the yellow areas here on the arms, but the legs are a complete brand new redesign. I mean, we've never seen Optimus look like this before, and I'd say they're probably the weakest part about the figure. I mean, especially these side panels. Had they found a way to perhaps have made this section rotate around, just transform a little more, because from certain angles it does just look a little too blocky, which is unfortunate, especially considering how much engineering has obviously been put into this guy. It is a shame that the finished result, at least as far as the legs go, do look a little lazy, but I love the entire upper chest. I mean, this looks fantastic. A very nice brand new classic version of Optimus's head. That looks sick, especially with the metallic blue, and in true Christmas fashion we get some nice looking green light piping, which is actually kind of toxic looking as well. That is really sweet. In Motormaster style, the back truck wheels do stow away here on the back, which I don't think looks too bad. In Bayverse Prime style, we also get the trailer hitch here on the back, which I thought was kind of cool, and definitely quite a nicely done looking figure. We get a few MechTech ports here in the back of the thighs. Now, there's no reason for him to have this unless they're planning to do something else with this mold later down the line. This literally does, to me at least, scream pre-tool. I'm expecting to see this in the next 6 months take some different shape or form, but overall, not a bad looking Optimus, decent paintwork here. It's basically a Santa Prime as well, by the way, guys. I mean, that's at least what I get from this. Heavy Santa Prime vibes. It would have been cool maybe had they packed a nice Santa hat here on the top, a swappable head or something. Now, getting stuck into articulation, Prime does have a really good ball joint here at the head, so it can look left to right, up and down for freedom. We do get a full rotation here out of the shoulders, very stiff joints too, a nice hinge joint out to the side, full rotation there at the bicep, single jointed elbows as well as a wrist rotation. Sadly, no opening hands like Earthrise Prime, and especially considering he comes with the Matrix of Leadership, I would have loved to have seen that, and this is kind of a leader class, so that is a little lackluster, but we do get a nice waist rotation, and if you actually detach this section here from this kind of cutout, just like this, you can kind of get a fake ab crunch, and I thought that was really cool. So we can get him crunching a little bit forwards, but it is kind of mistransforming, so you may just want to lock that in there. We do get a nice kick forwards, kick backwards, out to the sides, full rotation here, out the thigh. Again, very stiff joints, as well as a single jointed knee, and then finally the foot can rock side to side. So articulation, not too bad at all. Now getting stuck into features, really and truly, is just that he does have a matrix chamber, so we're going to want to take this tiny little lip here at the top and just attach that. Awesome detail. I mean, I really do like the way this matrix chamber looks, and the matrix is removable, so you can have Prime lighting your darkest Christmas tree if you wanted to, and I really like that green gem. That looks really sick. Sadly, he can't hold it like I said previously, which is a little bit unfortunate, but bringing back in that candy cane blaster, we can smack this here into the hand and have Prime, I guess, firing candy canes up the backside of Megatron in true A Christmas Carol Scrooge fashion. Now for a few quick size comparisons, we have Holiday Prime compared alongside, again, the Earthrise Leader Class Optimus Prime, Kingdom's Commander Class Rodimus Prime, which my, even after a year, what a striking looking figure that guy turned out to be. And then finally the Netflix Deluxe Class Bumblebee, and it would have been such a cool idea had they repainted this into maybe a tiny little elf to go alongside this Santa-inspired Optimus Prime, but just to showcase how these two compare next to each other. And so, wrapping up on this review for the 2022 Transformers Holiday Optimus Prime. I mean, it's definitely turned out a lot better than I was expecting. First of all, a complete brand new mold, which I think is sick. For a holiday-inspired repaint, they could have given us Earthrise Prime, Laser Prime, but no, they've given us a new mold, which in truck mode, I think looks fantastic. As you would expect from something which is officially licensed, the transformation is a hell of a lot more complex than I was expecting. Definitely up there with what you would expect from modern mainline leaders, which is awesome. And then the robot mode isn't too bad either. From the waist upwards, I think he looks fantastic. I mean, the chest, the arms, and the head all look really well done. But the legs, I think maybe could have been a little reworked just to minimize a little bit of the kibble. But even those are not too bad. And articulation is decent. I would have liked to have seen articulated hands, especially considering that's something we established with Earthrise Prime, and this guy does come with a matrix, but I like it. I definitely think it's a pretty sweet mold. It includes the trailer, which I know some of you guys don't really like, but I mean, it does complete the kind of truck and trailer look, and yeah, really nicely done figure. I guess it just comes down to whether or not you can kind of get past the novelty aspect of this guy and just appreciate the design like I've been able to do. I mean, initially I was completely turned off by these holiday repaints. I don't really like them at all, but the mold I can definitely appreciate, and it's a pretty sweet version of the character. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is this something you guys plan on adding to the collection? And until my next review, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.